Hello, EXP World. This is Brian Hoyleman. I'm the Chief Strategy Officer for Lofty, and I'm here with Wilson Solomon. He is our account manager that oversees EXP. Say hi, Wilson.
Hi, everybody. Good to be with you.
Now, we've done a lot of these, so if you're a return visitor, it'll be somewhat similar to what we've done in the past. We get a lot of the same questions, so we're probably going to get a lot. We're going to go through what the CRM of choice is and why Lofty is a great fit, but overall, a little bit of what the CRM of choice means, why Lofty works no matter what, why it should be the name of the game and the choice that matters, but more importantly, why Lofty is a choice no matter what. And this is going to be a little bit different, Wilson, because I had some confirmation of how things can work moving forward. Had a great week last week in Washington, D.C., learned a lot about, and a lot of EXP leadership was there. So a lot of good stuff came out of those calls and meetings. And I can share that EXP and what we're doing with corporate and the CRM choice is making a difference across the real estate world today. So I want to give a round of applause to EXP leadership, their vision, and the ability to do this CRM of choice, Wilson. It was nothing but the talk of the CEO convention I went to, which is all the best companies, all the biggest companies in real estate. We all talked, and EXP was front and center as the talk of the town of how they're doing this, and it's raising eyebrows, and it's like putting another level to EXP's leadership and the growth of EXP to lead the industry and the best ways to help and support agents. So I just want to convey that to everybody on this call and give a round of applause to all of you as you're all owners and all leadership and you're all leaders within EXP. So that's my little message to start. Let's talk CRM of choice. So you have three options in the CRM of choice here, and I want you to make sure that everybody on this call knows that it's not one or another or another. What it is not one if all, then all. The CRM of choice, you make a choice. You can choose Lofty, you can choose Close, you can choose Bold Trails, or you could choose more than one. And so my message today, Wilson, to everybody here is we have a partnership we're integrating with Close. And I know some of you guys are saying, well, I should choose Close. But Lofty can integrate with Close. So if you choose us, you can also have Close because we are a full website and we have a full website offering, and integration with Close allows them to do both and some of the other benefits that Lofty has. So it isn't just make one choice, you can choose more than one. And I want to make sure that everybody here knows there is going to be a process of that and they can hand raise. So I want everybody here to know that one of the reasons Lofty is the great CRM of choice is that we're integrating with lots of options available in the market today. And Wilson, that's come up a lot, right, in these calls?
Oh yeah, yeah. People have asked just what kind of things, what systems can be integrated, whether they're using those previously with another CRM or yeah.
So there's 50,000, there's 82, 85,000 agents. Some of them are going to have choose us. You're going to choose one or the other. So you're going to have to choose, a choice. And if you're going to make a choice, my message to everybody here is that Lofty is the most integrated and the partner for you to integrate and have like a Swiss Army knife. So some agents that I've been talking to and consulting with in the luxury group within EXP, some have outside CRMs like FUB, or some are working with luxury presence, or some are doing websites with third parties, and some have other websites and other CRMs out there that they're using. I'm working with GoGo, who does a lot of everybody here, and she uses Go High Level. And I've talked to EXP agents that have that, right, Wilson? And there's all kinds of, but if you're going to choose the CRM of choice, because you get it included as part of your program, you should know that Lofty integrates with all of them. So if you're going to choose the CRM that's best for your business, you should think about Lofty because we can integrate with Close, and you can have both of us to power your website and power all of your lead gen and advertising and services. And we can elevate other products that are out in the space today and integrate with those products with you. And that's one of the big aha moments that I'm getting from all of my webinars I've been doing across the board with a lot of the groups out there, Wilson. Okay.
Beautiful.
So under the Lofty CRM of choice, what does Lofty offer you? What do you get? So we have this slide here. What is in our CRM and what is our platform? So I want everybody here, and Wilson, the new one I've been saying is your operating system. A CRM is just a component of managing your leads. It is not your front-facing website, right, Wilson? It is not your lead nurture and AI to the consumer as they search through a mobile app and mobile search component, if that makes sense to everybody in this call. So I want to walk through each one of these, answer any questions, and I'm going to show you guys what the dashboard looks like and how you guys are able to use it to power your business and how we can better service your growth potential as an EXP agent. So our CRM is both a CRM for agents and a CRM for teams. So if you choose our CRM and you're an agent only, you then have your choice, and you then obviously are going to get all of these features that you see here on this page. If you choose and you're a team leader, we offer a freemium version of our team CRM, and then you can also upgrade to a more robust pull team brand system that's comparable to any product that's out there in the space today under the EXP CRM of choice. I want to emphasize two important factors for everybody listening, Wilson, that comes up on every call. When you're enabling Lofty, this is a private, portable, and independent personal system. This came up on every call for the last 13 years I've done with EXP over the years. So in other words, if you're an agent getting this system and you're with EXP, your leads are private. They're your individual. They're not shared up or down or sideways with any other agent. And if you have a website, full website with Lofty and a system, if for whatever reason you decide that you want to go on your own or go outside of the CRM of choice and build your own ecosystem, your Lofty system goes wherever you go, right, Wilson? The leads go with you. It's your private database. I have agents right now that have 10,000 leads in EXP with our system. I have agents that have 500. I have agents that are building lead databases. I have flex agents that are we have flex agents that are bringing leads into the system. They remain private, and it's portable and transferable. So once you get Lofty as your choice, you're able to take it with you wherever you go. That's number one, no fear. Number two, as a team leader and as you grow your team, again, you can take your leads that are owned by your team as a lead routing system. Those are owned by the team, and any agent can obviously power their business. They just have to choose Lofty as their CRM of choice. They can be assigned to your team, and you guys can do lead gen down to all the agents, and you can run an entire system. You have 50 users on it. You can build your whole team plan, and it's multi-market, multi-MLS. And we have a specialized team consult that we do, right, Wilson, for all teams. Once they choose Lofty as a team option, they can book a one-on-one consultant with any one of our team advisors, and they can book that call to get more information on our team's program. Any questions so far? Okay.
Hey, Brian, just check. Yeah, just checking. It doesn't look like they've rolled in just yet.
Okay. So a couple questions as people are watching this video. Your CRM of choice comes with a full IDX website. It's called a subdomain, but it is a full instance of Lofty. Has limited customization options, so you can customize a couple of your neighborhood pages in the widgets in the boxes in the site. But ultimately, it is a standard website that looks like the parent account, and it's a subdomain. You have an option to forward your personal domain, which is your own domain, or you can code, or what we call, make sure that you're not code like code, but you're able to make sure your domain is actually then forwarded to your domain, and that would require a hosting service, and that service is $10. This is similar to Bull Trails or any of the other systems that are out there. And then we actually have this really cool feature where if you have a website, you can go like the Swift team here and do a full custom brand SEO system that I'll show you guys in a second. So you have the ability to do those options as a website. The second thing is you get a full app, and you have a mobile CRM app, and you also have an app for your consumers. Why that's important for everybody listening in is, as an agent, you have friends, family, Zillow, your sphere of influence. You don't want them going to Zillow. You want to send them to your proprietary app, right, Wilson? People ask about this. You can send it out. You can keep them in your search to settlement system within Lofty. And yes, it does come with a search app. Most CRMs and all CRM only options that are not front-facing consumer websites don't have the ability to do search to settlement, meaning they don't have search. This is a full search system. You don't need an additional website or all of your additional website that you have leads can flow into Lofty CRM of choice automatically. You also get a marketing automation plan powered by AI, which is your AI Copilot, which is part of our system, and you get AI nurture on your front end of your website. So like the system will watch, and Wilson, we always pause here. We have the most dynamic AI conversion system that's in the space to watch your leads, monitor your lead search, and engage them in conversations to create appointment opportunities and score and rate your leads as part of our system. And that's included. Everything on this page here is included in the CRM of choice. Is that correct, Wilson?
That is correct. Yep.
So you have a automatic social media posting service, you have direct flyers, postcards, and mailers you can send, you have dynamic lead scoring, you have the ability to manage and track your transactions, you have reporting on what's working, what's not working, you have the ability to have a shared dial plan from the parent down. It is a shared dial plan, but agents have the power to actually create and have their own dial plan with their own private number that goes with them if they'd like. That is an upgrade, but it is, you have the dial plan included, you have your AI assistant included, you have listing tools. One of the most powerful is our listing marketing tools, as well as our open house tool. I can't tell you how many calls I've had recently. I was meeting with the luxury in La Jolla, and I can't tell you how much fun they're having with our open house forms and how it registers and really dynamically engages. It makes doing open houses much more lead gen based. And then you have your CMA tool and you have your IDX website. So let's go to the next slide, just that visually shows kind of all this in a big package. So essentially you have your mobile app, you have your front-facing website, you have your back-end CRM, you have your listing and marketing in your integrated search portal, you have your AI bot. Everything on this page is all included in your CRM of choice. And when you're thinking about transitioning to Lofty from Bold Trails or any third party, we have a program. We've already onboarded over 5,000 agents or close to 5,000 agents in the last 2 months, right, Wilson? So we have a very dynamic way of getting you from where you're at now, importing or having you import your database, name, email, friends, family, sphere. And if you have search alerts set up, where it's the bedroom, bath, and notes, those all import from your CSV file from other vendor, whether it be Bold Trails or Follow Up Boss or anything that you have that's under that exports in can be imported in the Lofty. Correct, Wilson?
Correct. Yep.
And if you have alerts established and they're active alerts, those can be re-engaged. How those are engaged is once the bedroom bath price range is on the CSV file, it'll automatically send an alert based on the import. And then once they click on the property, it'll re-engage without them having to re-register or re-sign up. It creates a cookie and then follows up with them ongoing alerts, and any notes that can come in off your shirt will match. So we have a process for that. We've done that probably over 100,000 import leads in the last 2 months. That's not an issue. And if you have questions or need help, we do have some support reps that will do that for Wilson. We'll do that for EXP agents that need more help. We do it for them, correct?
Yes, correct. I mean, yeah, I'm reaching out to some agents right now in the chat in regards to some of that.
Okay. And then for your website, you are pointing your domain or you're forwarding your domain. When you forward a domain, it just means a copy and paste your domain, and the subdomain works, your domain's there. If you'd like to move your domain permanently onto our system with what we call a vanity domain or personal domain, that domain is $10, and it's a hosting fee. But other than that, that's a full website instance of Lofty. We do offer the most advanced SEO and AEO optimized website option, and that's $49 for any agent to opt in, and that gives you your full website instance where it's a full 200 different templates and luxury. I have agents that have spent thousands and thousands of dollars on an SEO site. I'll show you one in particular, and after switching to Lofty's SEO system as a team, his SEO went up 700%, and it's basically SEO for the amateur, and it does AI, tells you how to optimize your site. It's really cool. I've been showcasing this to a lot of the big Lofty the EXP luxury group, and they're quite surprised how easy it is. So those agents that want the full instance, it's normally $300 to $500 a month with Lofty, that you get a discount because you're with CRM of choice. You should definitely look at the full website options we have available to you. Any questions about that, Wilson, that popped up?
There were just some questions. It looks like Kelly in the group says she was asking, because I know you're going to be jumping into websites here in a little bit, Brian. She was just saying, can you please show us an example of a website, what it looks
Yes.
like? Kelly, or excuse me, Nicole also just was asking about MLS being registered in both Illinois and Wisconsin.
Not a problem.
Which I guess she was having some issues kind of getting the second one connected. I just let her know. I don't know if she knew about our dedicated support for EXP, so just letting her know we can help her there. And then Ivy says, do notes also transfer into Lofty?
Yeah, the answer to that, as long as they can be exported out of the CSV file. So if you're at Bull Trails and they export name, email. So essentially it's name, email, phone number, bedroom, bath, price. Those come out of any, this is standard across the board, Wilson, for anybody that has like an IDX search. And it's a CSV file. So anything you put in the CSV file can be imported. If you're a team leader, the CSV file will be who the lead's assigned to in that CSV file in your export. And like I said, we do have a team that helps you. And then when you import, if you have notes or you have tags like labels that are already established in your export, those tabs can be recreated as labels, or what we call hashtags or segments in the system can be recreated in the system to match your actual profile. So just know that it's hashtag related, notes, bedroom, bath, name, email, phone number, that type of thing does import into the system. Like I said, we've done this thousands and thousands and thousands of times with every agent that's come on board. It's not a problem. It's pretty self-explanatory. One tip for all the agents that come on board and choose Lofty, make it really simple. As soon as you choose Lofty of your CRM of choice, you can then load yourself in as a lead, email yourself, text yourself, and I'll show you the cheat sheet right now. When we go in, I'll show you where to go to get what you need to know to answer all of your questions. Let me share my screen now. Let me know when you can see everything. Can you see? Yep, there we go.
Yep.
So for everybody, when you log into your Lofty dashboard, you're going to go through kind of your basic setup. It's going to walk you through, hey, configure your site or personalize your site. It might even say build. It's not build a website. It just means that you're going to personalize your website. If you want to think about your steps of what you need to do, there's really about 6 steps. And there's a little question mark over here. Wilson, when I click this question mark, make sure I can see my screen. And it did pop up, correct? Yes. Wilson, are you there? I lost Wilson for a second. So everybody listening in here, as you go into the left here, you're going to see Kickstart Your CRM. So it says additional training. So over here on the left, these are your really 6 basic things that you should do as a brand new agent when you get started. I like to start here because everybody always has questions, right, about changing over, Wilson. This is really your go-to place to go. It's right here in your question mark, get training. And so Kickstart Your CRM. These are everyday different trainings, and these are live, and you can even ask questions. This is about website, your CRM Unlocked, listings, so how to use our listings to leads programs, and secrets to success, and smart plans and how to set up your campaigns. So this is kind of your go-to, move your domain over, put your leads in the system, make sure that you enter yourself in as a lead. And then make sure you go through the trainings in the Learning Center, which is very fun and active and very easy to use. Okay, it's a very simple process, but over here is all your trainings, right, Wilson? And if they add agent training sessions, there's different ones, different days. Do you want to cover anything about, we even have live trainings. So we have plenty of trainings. If agents know where to go to get them, they're all right here.
Yeah, there'll be more to come. I appreciate you touched on it, Brand. There'll be more to come. EXP agents listening with in regards to like your university, EXP University that you're all familiar with, will have access to, and basically some of the things Brian's showing will be access to these things through EXP University. There'll be ongoing live trainings and calls with us as well through there. So appreciate you touching on that, Brian.
Absolutely. So I'm going to go through a couple of things, basically over CRM, a little bit about the website and what it means when you get a website, and then show you our SEO tool if you decide to go and do the SEO. And then I'm going to talk about our marketing and advertising, answer any questions as we go. For everybody here that's listening, one thing I want to stress is this is really common amongst a lot of questions we have is how easy. So Wilson, I would say that one thing we get in common in amongst the 5,000 agents and everything we had in the past was very complicated, right? They get that a lot. Everything was complicated. It was really hard to learn. Would you agree that Lofty is we get a lot of feedback. This is a lot easier for agents to adopt, and they find it a lot easier to use. Would you agree with everybody, some of the feedback we're getting from agents that have adopted Lofty as their CRM of choice?
Yeah, definitely. I would say just in the last couple of months, there's been, direct, conversation I've had with EXP agents in regards to feeling not so technical, feeling like maybe even, frankly, some of the systems they'd been used to prior to Lofty, not as technically capable and feeling a little bit clunky and hard to use. And then coming over to Lofty and being like, okay, I know this is a lot more capable, a lot more feature based than what I'm used to, but jumping in right away and feeling like I can navigate and figure out the things I need to do and accomplish in my day to day. I've heard that from multiple EXP agents in the last couple months.
For everybody here, a lot of that has to do with our AI, our training that is driving the different places to go and how to do it, and the questions you might have, and the live search that goes in, and how we are able to address some of those concerns, because our system's always learning by its interaction with the agent and helping you do the things that you need to do to be successful. So let's talk a little bit about a website. So obviously, and I'm going to share that with you as we go here. Sorry, you're not seeing the website, so let me share that. Let me know when you can see the website.
Yep, it's up.
So when you get a EXP subdomain, it's going to match the corporate subdomain. Your domain will not be Swift and Company, but it would be, say, andrew.exprealty.lofty.com. It's your subdomain website. It is a full IDX website, and yes, it does have your ability to have your AI, and it has your search page, your listing page, and it is a mobile app. So it is a full website. You can choose to continue it as a subdomain, or you can choose to upgrade to make it your main domain as your main search domain. Either way, the website is the same function and same functionality. So it's a very simple, very straightforward, full IDX, full search, full IDX, full property search with lead gen, with marketing, with advertising, and connected to your MLS or MLSs, multiple MLSs. So as an agent, you're getting a full instance of a Lofty website. If you choose to go above and beyond, and you would like to, like most agents are doing, and you'd like to say, oh my gosh, and by the way, Wilson, everybody says, well, it seems like, well, remember our full system cost normally is $300 to $500 a month minimum. So the agents are getting a full instance. And so what we have is a much deeper level customization and option available that takes it to another level. In fact, Wilson, from our last call, there's some agents out there that are paying $3,000 and $4,000 for some of the templates to get them customized. And we do offer customization services for those top level agents that want that ability to do that. So I want the next level up for $49 or $99 as a team. I want to show them the website editor and full back end with the website option. Okay.
No, it's perfect, Brian. Real quick, not to interrupt, but just based on what you've been talking about, one of the things that popped into the chat from EXP World from John was, yep, I'm hoping that I'll be able to see what templates are available as part of the CRM of choice. So this is perfect timing. I know we're talking a little bit about
so
templates.
The CRM templates that are available is you have the basic subdomain template, which is the basic out of the box template. Then I'm going to show you what you get templates wise in all the different, there's 60, but I believe we're going to add it to 200. We may be adding some basic templates. The reason that the subdomain is hard to do different templates, and there's some functionality around that, is that we have to be approved by the MLS because it's a parent down, so it's a corporate down, and that just takes a little time. But yes, we have some options. But for those agents that are out there, most agents that are coming forward with Lofty CRM of Choice are really going to the next SEO level, because what they really want is that dynamic AEO, which is search engine optimization, but also chat GPT optimization to help your content and all the things related to that. So they want to go to that next level that frankly I don't see being offered in other options out there. I'm going to show you an example of somebody that was with a competitor out there. Keep in mind, for everybody here that is choosing Close, you will be able to have Lofty as your website option if you choose both of us. Okay, so it's still part of the freemium version of the CRM of Choice. You can have Lofty as your website option and have it integrate with Close. So that will be something not right out of the box. We're doing that currently, but we will be doing an integration with Close that allows us to be your CRM of choice and work directly with Close, Wilson. There may be some questions, but that's a really big bonus because it's included to have your website and Close together under the CRM of choice. Okay? Thumbs up.
Perfect.
I don't know if we're the only one that's doing that. I can't speak for Bull Trails, but those of you that like Close and you really want to use us, and it's a lot less expensive than going out to a third-party website company, just know that you can use Lofty and all of Lofty's feature set to help promote lead gen and marketing, but then also use the Close CRM. So again, you can have both of us for under your CRM of choice. Okay?
Yeah, it's a great offering from EXP. I like that that's capable for these agents.
Okay. So let me share my screen here on the website so I can answer his question. What was his name again?
That question about the templates rolled in from John K.
Okay. Hey, John. So in your back end of your CMS, when you implement your full instance, so the 49 version, if you're a team, you get that full team brand system. You get your full CMS too. So when you come into here, you get your full, kind of overview of what's in the system and different types of your templates and your overview of what you're able to do in the widget. So as you come into here, you have your SEO tool, which is really cool. I want to show this to everybody here. This tracks the ability for you guys on what works, what doesn't work. This is basically SEO for anybody, and it's AI powered. So it helps you with your backlinks. And many of you, as an average agent, I don't even understand this stuff, but it helps refresh your content, helps build and makes recommendations to you on the content and AI, and tracks your results. Mike, who's part of the Mike Swift team, he's one of the first adopters of our new CRM of Choice platform, and he can, if you ever reach out to him, he'll tell you his SEO and his website functionality went up by 700% once he converted over to our full instance of our full customization and full ability to do all the different templates and areas. So your blog, your listings, I hope this is answering that agent's question. Yes?
Yeah, I think so. I haven't seen a response back in the chat, but yeah.
Okay.
Going through this, I think it's going to be helpful for everybody.
Without going into all the different templates, and let me see if I have those. Yep, I have those. So let me share that screen with you. So to answer your question for the agents that manage, once you jump up, you have tons of ability. We even have luxury templates, different options available. This is the full breadth of all the different website options you have. And it opens up the ability to do a full HTML editor, full customization. And we do have customization services available. There will be more and more templates to come. We're trying to cover the full breadth of everything that you need from a website, and that's built into our system. I'm going to move away from websites to CRM functionality, but I wanted to make sure that anybody has any questions they can answer. I can answer those when it comes to websites. I don't think you're going to find a more complete website system in the space. Now, keep in mind, many agents that are not part of EXP have to pay full price for Lofty, but this is giving you the full breadth of Lofty as a team and as a team leader under your EXP of choice. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you, Brian.
Okay, so you should see the back end.
There it comes. There we go.
So as an agent, when you log in every day, it's going to tell you your new leads, your opportunities, your task. A lot of these things are driven by both AI and personal tasks that you set up if you want to. Also, you can set up your own personal business goals and it'll actually keep you on track. So a lot of agents love this. They kind of set goals for themselves and the system keeps them on pace. You as a team leader, you guys can set up goals for your agents and there's accountability. I'm going to cover that right now. So for all the team leaders that are listening in that want a team system, again, this is a full instance of Lofty, so it allows for you to know your agent's accountability, what they're doing, size trophy, summary, performance by agent, dials, calls, performance tables, agent funnel table. So it's going to break down kind of leads converted, your whole pipeline conversion, and break down where your leads are coming from, how they've done it, an overview. This is a full team management system, and there's over 6,000 teams or 5,000 teams on Lofty that are not a part of EXP. So when we talk about team management, as you know, Wilson, we have probably one of the, if not the most dynamic teams or broker run system. So essentially for all of your team leaders, what you're getting in the CRM of choice is a full instance of our team management system. Just like it's powering EXP, you're able to power your team instance the same way you would run any team, Boomtown, Commissions, Incs. Of the world, you're able to run, and it is personal, it is private, and you can get a private consultation on how to run a team. So for those of like husband-wife teams and those, teams that aren't like these full team programs, obviously enable your team instance and you and your wife can share your Lofty experience and share leads back and forth and go through your individual team dynamic and see what's happening with your team. Okay. If there's any questions from any teams on this call, please let me know. And we'll. But as an agent, you can also hold yourself accountable with your own personal dashboard here.
Hey, real quick, Brian, one of the follow-ups from John K was the templates you've been shown. He says, these templates are being shown. Are these free?
No, they're part of remember this is a subdomain site under the existing Lofty system. Once you go up to the full SEO system at 49, there's not an additional cost for you to have access to the full website. Yeah, no, it's not. And then a lot of agents think I have to pay extra for custom pages and things like that. Within Lofty, you do not. So when you come into your dashboard here, a lot of agents don't realize that you have unlimited marketing pages and landing pages and ClickFunnels pages to do as many as you want. So there is no extra cost for you to create as many website pages as you want to drive traffic and leads to, and it tracks the results. And these are all dynamic and you have the ability to create your own, and it's very easy to use.
Definitely. One other CRM related question that I didn't want to slip here from John Ryan is how do we know how do we know what info to download to CSV file out of Bold Trail so that all of the search and alert info transfers over? I was told that we have to shut down our previous CRM before being able to get support from Lofty on transferring over.
No, that's not the case. So you can request today a CSV file at any point from Bold Trails. So your CSV file is going to come out active. So think of it as all of your database, and you want to, I would tell you as a goal here is to download your leads, export them out by most active to least active. You can do that. Name, email, phone number, Bath. Let me show you on people, because it would be the same if you were leaving Lofty, right? Mm-hmm. It's going to export your name, your email, your phone number, your bedroom, bath, price range. It's whatever saved search is in the system last looked at. So there will be bedroom, bath. For everybody here on this call, I've been involved with EXP for 13 years, going back to the original platform conversion. I was the CSO, and then I was the person that was with EXP when they started KV Core and migration to, I was not involved with Bold Trails, but understand that been doing this, as you know, for everybody here, it's very self-explanatory. When you export your leads, You're going to export name, email, phone number, bedroom, bath, price range, city, okay? And then any notes that if they do allow notes, that then comes in and we recreate the search off that. What you cannot do is export the search history of what they've searched. There's no way to do that, but I've done that for probably 10 to 15,000 agents over the 20 years. It re-engages them on their alerts, goes back and then reestablishes the search, and it tracks everything, and your AI kicks off and it updates. So the reality of it is it leaves off where it left, where the search left off, and then every time a new property hits the market, it re-engages. I hope that is answering that question. By the way, you would be able to choose Lofty and Bold Trails, and then eventually, yes, you are committing to one or the other for a year, but you can actually have both, and you can migrate both down the road. So let's say that you chose Lofty and Bold Trails at some point, you could migrate at your whims. You just have to use a different domain than your current domain. I hope that answers the question for the agent.
Appreciate it, Brian. One other one that just rolled in from Kelly was, will Lofty send leads like Bold Trail? And if it does, will it check the phone number before sending? A lot of them that I get are bogus, usually trying to sell me something.
So when you're doing lead generation when it comes a new lead, yes, you're getting leads, and to an extent, we can't perfectly make sure that every phone number is correct. What matters is pinging and validity of email, and also the ability to text a lead. What you really want is your AI to nurse and try to get information, retarget, and manage that lead's life cycle. So I know that people are worried, like, oh, hey, for everybody here, that this is somebody who needs to be called or bought right away. It depends on where you're getting your lead source from. So for everybody listening in, if you're doing a bunch of pay-per-click, you're always going to get bots and other things that will constantly try to fill out your form. I'm not a big fan of pay-per-click. What I like to do is social media marketing and other types of hyper-local marketing, and those types of things. And so when you're doing these types of things like zip code blast, that allows for you to pick a zip code, usually you're going to get, for 1 week, you're going to get, if you're doing paid leads, 10 to 40 leads in the first week of the month. What I tell my agents is you're really getting real name, real email, real phone number, because we can control that through our Facebook ad service. If you're going to be doing high cost pay-per-click leads, they tend to be lower quality because they're not hyper local, and you're competing with the Zillows of the world. This is becoming more and more difficult to convert. So it's just something that you need to do a consultation with. And so if you're doing landing pages and sphere leads and social media leads, you tend to get a much more valid lead form and lead registration. So it just depends on what you're looking for and how you're doing it. I hope I'm answering that question for her or them.
Thank you, Brian. Yeah, I will see if there's any other follow-up, but it looks like there's some other questions that will be rolling in here in a little bit.
So as you see here, this is your CRM database. One thing that's important is your pipeline is going to be fed through your AI and your interactions. And then up here is customizable to what see either segments that are shared, or you can do custom tags to organize your leads. I like to organize leads by zip code search, because I can always follow up based on zip code. And then I also like to make sure all my homeowners are identified. A lot of agents ask things like, are you working with Fellow? All Fellow does is clean your database against homeowners. Lofty actually has an automatic lead form registration that actually finds out whether they're a homeowner or renter as soon as they register, and feeds that in so you can follow up with the right type of lead. So again, Lofty is very, very, very robust in helping you guys convert your leads automatically through AI. So a lot of your questions, no, you're not going to find a better CRM, and most CRMs are pretty much all the same, guys. So you can't make a bad decision as a CRM choice. It's what Lofty does beyond your, automatic email, automatic call, tracks your text, registers and records your call, has an AI transcript, makes recommendations, does your listing alerts for you, automatically tracks the alert, makes recommendations to the consumer, and updates everything automatically. And you can let Wilson know that all of these things are things that people love within the Lofty system that it's automatically doing. Would you agree with that? And based on your everyday interaction with EXP agents after they sign up for Choice?
Oh yeah, that's been a sentiment from several agents I've spoken with just in the last couple of weeks.
So in other words, once you get leads in the system, once you put your spear in the system, once you download your leads, you can automate your entire communication with leads. It is not building your CRM. We don't expect you to have to learn the CRM. We expect the CRM to work for you here at Lofty. So most of everything is automated so that you guys can basically work on generating more leads. So again, all of your lead here, your details, you can set up your own campaigns or use the campaigns that are in the system. So yes, Lofty has a very simple campaign user interface to build your own campaigns, or it already has campaigns built. Correct, Wilson? Oh, I might have lost you.
Yeah,
So
there's going to be some templates
in the system, you have your own action plans, and it tracks all the different ways you could want to email. So you can email, you can text, you can set up calls, you can send a newsletter, you can change your pipelines, you can create start a smart plan, change the tag, create a AI postcard. I love this. A lot of agents have the addresses, so when they're doing seller campaigns, they're automatically sending postcards, creating text. Everything is built out. You also can ask questions, and the system will ask questions, and these are conditional. So we have one of the most robust, and so we have companies that are buying Lofty, that are coaching companies, that are going out and building an automated plan for coaches, because our system is so robust, so easy to use, that they're actually using Lofty to coach agents on. You know that too, right, Wilson?
Oh yeah, yeah. I think
So
conversations we've just had internally. Yeah.
So any questions about the basic functionality of the CRM follow-up plans and processes? Because I'd really like to talk about our marketing programs, because why agents are isn't because it's a CRM, it's because it has the most robust marketing system in the space today.
Yeah, it looks like there's some other questions that are going to be rolling in through XP World, just haven't dropped in just yet. There's some
Okay,
activity in there.
so let's move to marketing. So when we think about lead gen and marketing, I want all the agents here to know there's a formula for success, and that's traffic times lead capture, meaning your websites, your landing pages, your smart numbers code, QR codes, anything that you put on a flyer, a sign, a postcard, an email. Sorry, I missed you. Sorry if you got this email. Click here to instantly check your value. Anything that you're physically putting in front of a consumer is traffic, and you want to make sure you have different types of lead capture. And so obviously you have your front end website of Lofty. You have your ability to do unlimited text codes that tracks all of your text codes and your lead captures and what you want to do with those lead captures. You have lead capture forms for open houses. Agents love these. They can create new ones, and they have questionnaires. And you'd be amazed at how many people actually register when you ask the right questions. You have the ability to have your design center, so you can do your flyers and lead capture through here. We also will be integrating with Canva, as well as you can import your own upload design if you do have Canva already. That gets asked a lot. You also have the ability to do print and send postcards through our system. Again, this is all lead capture and traffic. And you have your CMA tool, which is also lead capture and traffic to capture leads, right, Wilson? And you have your
Right.
social studio, which allows for you to specialize and send content out to your social media. Again, lead capture and tools. And you have your ability to do unlimited landing pages and click funnels that a lot of agents spend a lot of money paying for, that they don't need to pay because they have this included in your CRM of choice. And everything I showed you just now is part of CRM of choice and included.
That's right. Hey, Brian, one question that Ivy just asked is if someone emails me, will they automatically go into the CRM?
Yes. So through the Gmail integration as well, but that's something that's a great question. It doesn't work with every email, but if you're on Gmail, it's fairly easy to do that.
Beautiful. Um, Yeah, I think Nicole was just following up in regards
You're
to something.
connecting your email to Lofty and Long, not just your Gmail. That's with not just your EXP email. So when you set up, you want to make sure that you're also personal email. And those of you that have a domain, like a G Suite domain, you definitely want to do the vanity domain, because that way you can connect your Gmail and your email and everything into one note within Lofty.
Perfect.
And that's the same within Bold Trails, guys. So you're just recreating what you do with Bold Trails. It's flip a coin between us and them. So understand, there's not a thing that we can do there. We're both great. And I think Lofty is a little bit better because we integrate with more third-party resources and allow you to connect with those people.
I think you touched on this maybe earlier, but are there pre-built smart plans for follow-up, or do I need to make my own?
No, they're built plans, built in, just shares a shared library. You'll see, and it's kind of confusing because there's lots of options, and then there's plans that are available through EXP down, and there's also plans that the individual agents can pick. What I tell my agents is when they pick something, you can edit what's there. It's always easy to start. Does that make sense? Instead of build your own.
Mm-hmm.
But I can tell
Yeah.
you right now, for everybody here, I know that there's a lot of trouble, and over the years of working with agents, that's been very confusing to build their own campaigns. Lofty is so simple to build a campaign in. It is easy speasy to do your own if you'd like to learn. But everybody, at the end of the day, we have options for both, and we have trainings on everything.
Perfect. Thank you, Brian. I think some more questions may be rolling in here. Here we go. Can you set up an open house follow-up text or email to go out
Yep.
after they leave the open house? Perhaps
So you
in a
have
video?
yes, you have questionnaires, and you can tie this to any campaign and actions you want to take after that open house.
Beautiful. And then this one's kind of along the same lines of what we're talking about from Ivy. She says, can you do mass emails with such things as newsletters?
Yeah, so when you're setting up mass communication in the system, you're actually picking it. You have to be careful when you're mass communicating or setting up a message in the system or checking a box, because you got to be careful how you mass communicate or mass email, because you don't want to be labeled a spammer. So when I talk to agents, it's about organizing your database into the right buckets so that you're not just mass communicating random leads. Again, for everybody here, I'm just giving you a little coaching tip for all your agents. The system, the number one thing that you should be setting up all your leads in, because unlike CRMs that don't have properties being emailed, is that every lead, friends, family, sphere of influence, should all be on listing alerts and marketing, neighborhood or emails related to listings that are on the market. I don't care if they're friends and family, they all like seeing properties within their neighborhood, where they live, or properties on the market. It's not about whether they want to buy now. It's everybody likes looking at pictures of houses. Your 95 to 98% of all engagement that is in your existing lead database comes from listing alerts, not newsletters. Newsletters are value adds to address specific needs by the consumer based on where they live. They're not great at converting leads. They're great at making people label you as spam. So you have to be careful on how you do things to be more strategic. But for those of you that do want to do those things, yes, we have the integration and the ability to do all of those things available to you. Okay.
Beautiful. Thank you, Brian.
So a little other thing.
Oh,
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. I want to show agents how we have leads on demand, and this is available to any agent that you guys have, or all
Well,
the agents.
here's a nice segue. Question from Joanna says, which CRM is your favorite so far?
If you're asking me personally, is she asking me personally what my favorite is? It's a great question.
I mean, she may not be aware this is a lofty call, but yeah.
I love your question, because I could be straightforward, honest with everybody on this call. You know my background, Wilson. So prior to coming here at Lofty 2 years ago, I took 2 years off of the space for everybody here. Prior to that, I started a company way back when called Zerpal, stopped that, and then left that company to go to Conversion, and was EXP's first vendor for many, many years. Conversion was their platform of choice. After that, we acquired Conversion, and we made KV Core off of Conversion, and then that was the CRM of choice. And early on, coming back to the space, I wanted to come back and work for a company that was forward thinking, that I felt was going to be an AI-driven, forward-thinking system that was ahead of its game. And so I chose Chime because I knew, based on my experience, that Chime was coming out with our Lofty interface, and I wanted to be part of that company because I wanted to set the table for the future CRM that we need. And that is why I'm here at Lofty. I believe that Lofty is the future of real estate, where an AI is not just a CRM, but an operating system that brings all of your tools together into one operating system. To do that, it cannot be only just a bull trail. It needs to be something that is available, that partners with luxury presence, that partners with clothes, that partners with Canva, that partners with other things. A CRM is just for your leads to manage. It does not build your business. And agents need their own operating system that they own. And I believe that Lofty is the best operating system to build a wealth creating system that you can keep with you forever and never have to switch again. And agents are tired of switching from system to system, looking for something to happen. This is the system that does it all, but it does it all not just with Lofty, but does it all with others too. We play nice, and everybody wants to integrate with Lofty. That's why we want you to be the CRM of choice.
Great answer, Brian. Thank you.
I hope that answered the question that for everybody here. And then for everybody here, one thing that I really want to talk about is you can have the best website in the world, but 65% of agents never generate never generate leads with their website because they don't have available traffic. Most agents on this call can't spend $1,000 a month, right? Wilson, for PPC. So they struggle with both free leads and paid leads. So one thing that we've done at Lofty is we created the ultimate lead gen program. It's called Lofty Blast. You guys can go to loftyblast.com. By the way, for everybody on this call, you do not have to have Lofty as your CRM of choice. This works, and it works with any and every CRM. It works whether you don't even need a website, and you don't even need a CRM. But if you do it from within Lofty, obviously it kicks off all your CRM follow-up and nurture. But you just pick a zip code and you pick a week, and it automatically sets up your lead gen. So for example, if you started today, for the next 7 days, you're going to generate 10 to 40 leads. The next month, from the 8th to the 9th, it generates 10 to 40 leads. So it's a 1-week marketing plan that lasts 7 days, and every month it recurs. A lot of my agents are starting their month off with Lofty Blast within EXP CRM of choice, and this creates a dynamic Facebook zip code ad that puts you in front of people who live in that zip code. So both homeowners and renters, buyer and sellers. So it's branding and lead gen all in one zip code. You want to dominate your zip codes. You want to dominate who sees you. This is a way to do that on demand, like a lead ATM machine. Those of you that have listings and you want to blast the listing and generate and send a seller report, you just pick your listing, or you go into your listing tab for any of your listings within EXP, and you pull on your listing tab up here, down here, and you can pull up any listing, and you can leverage your listing to do marketing. You just click on the bottom, and you can do an ad, you can do a social media post, you can add a video, you can do everything you want to market this open house, create a code, market it to your database. We have the most dynamic listing marketing for any properties to market listings as well. Again, this is all about lead gen and cheap, inexpensive marketing for listings. And then finally, we're releasing for all of our EXP agents, and we're doing it this month, the ability to do Bloom, which is another marketing tool. Now, this is an exclusive zip code for EXP agents. If you want to learn more, you can make an appointment, and this is creating an automatic farm. We're doing webinars on this for the Go-Go group, the luxury group, and you can find out more about Lofty Bloom here. You pick a zip code, you put in the zip code, and you check availability, and it pops up what's available, and it tells you how many homeowners are in it, how many listings, what the marketing is, and what it does is automatically do a circle prospecting so anytime a listing event happens, it farms your neighbors or the neighbors of that listing, farms out digital postcards and creates a whole program, but it is exclusive. This is not meant for every agent. This is meant for agents that do farming, that have a budget, that want to learn more. I'm trying to give you a reason why to choose Lofty. Is we're not just a CRM. We're all about lead gen, all about forming, all about newsletters, all about marketing and advertising.
That was a great thing to touch on, Brian. Thank you. Kelly dropped into the chat. She said, my business has a lot of agent-to-agent referrals. Can I set up campaigns for them as well, or put in CRM as separate group?
That's a great question. I get this a lot. How are we doing agent attraction? So in your CRM of choice, obviously, when you add your people tab in, you can add your segments, and you can also change the lead. So you can add a lead and you can make it personal, buyer, seller, or agent. So what you're able to do is create your own segment or file. I like to say hashtag any agents you have as referring agents for those agents. And yeah, you can set up a newsletter, you can set up a landing page to attract, you can set up video, you can send out things to those agents, as long as it's something that's not going to be spammy. But the answer to that question is yes, you can collaborate with those agents and send those things out. I hope that answers that question.
Definitely. It's actually, exactly what I was thinking too.
And then so for marketing, if you come into here, when I say these landing pages, many agents come into here and they create landing pages about why you should join EXP. I can tell you I've done classes on just this. So in other words, you can do whatever you want. Now, keep in mind, there's rules of thumb that EXP has about how you outreach to existing agents and do agent attraction. You have to follow those EXP rules. And then number two, for everybody here, if you do go to an advanced website tool, you can also create multiple websites. So you actually can add a website, and you can do a website just for recruiting if you like, for those heavy duty recruiters out there. And there's lots of third-party websites that you can use at AI to create recruiting sites and link them back to Lofty. And for all of the agents in here out there, you also have, and I'm overdoing this now, Wilson, overdoing it. Some agents want to build their own website, not with Lofty, but with maybe a website AI tool out there. But you still need a web search in it. Lofty has a plugin IDX that you can plug in and not have to pay $99. It is an upsell for a plugin IDX. But yeah, we actually have plugin IDX that allows you to plug in our system into any other third-party website you've built. So in other words, there's a reason Lofty's your CRM of choice. It is an operating system. We have an answer to what you need. We're not just a CRM.
Beautiful. Brian, I know we're about at time. One question that Kelly just dropped in addition to that, was first home buyer campaigns.
Yeah, so when you think of first home buyers, Kelly, let me recreate this in a different way. A first-time home buyer is not a home buyer. They're a renter looking to buy. They live somewhere. They're not homeless mostly. So I want you to change from homeowner to renter and rent to buy. So make sure that, and you can do things like stop renting now, become a first-time home buyer. You will capture more interest because you're trying to churn renters into buyers through your first-time home buyer program. But when you email renters or people that are renting, when you set up a campaign around that, what happens is if they're not ready to buy, don't think they can buy, they then don't respond. But if you churn them into, hey, every renter can buy, they just don't know how, get my rent power analysis now. By the way, for everybody, rent power analysis. Make sure you let them know that anybody can buy. They just need to know how, and you have a program for that. You'd be amazed on how many people respond, and you can do a rent buyer analysis and a bunch of other things you offer to get them to engage that they're serious and you want to turn them into a first-time home buyer. By the way, for everybody listening, I didn't plan on buying my first house here in California. I was renting. I talked to a lender about 15 years ago and said, you can buy, you just don't know it. Let me show you how. I got a rent buyer analysis I can do for you. I'm stole that from them, and all they did is qualify me, but it sounded cool.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Brian, I appreciate it. We are actually over. I do appreciate you joining us today. Monday calls with you are great. These EXP agents, I know, get a lot of value from it. You know the way things work there, and have some real relationships
Hey
built over
guys,
there.
there's
So
no bad
appreciate it.
decision here. Yeah, no problem, Wilson. There's no bad decision for everybody here. But like I said, make Lofty your CRM of choice because we work with closed and you can work with both of us. Make Lofty your CRM of choice because we work and we're friendly with everybody. We want you to be the business hub and you don't have to pay for us. So why not use the one that's being nice with everybody to make us the central freemium option for you? And we have everything you need, really. So the best option, I believe, because we work with everybody. We don't currently have an integration with Bold Trails, but we work with everybody else. So I look forward to talking to you guys in the future. I look forward to seeing at EXP great things there, some great luxury programs for luxury agents on this call. Look forward to all of you guys and teams. I look forward to talking to you as a team. Look forward to hearing from you guys. So enjoy your day and thank